So, Deion Sanders isn't doing so well at Colorado this year. And I've heard, I think it was RG3 and his wife, talking about the fact that he has a sickness and he had cancer, or does have cancer, or still going through it, or I don't know exactly what's going on because it's not my family member. But that's the excuse for what Colorado is doing. When they lost the other day, Deion was pretending to be a good leader and not allowing anyone else to take any heat, even though he was giving these ridiculous answers that were saying nothing while speaking. But if you're a really good leader, my thought was the players, the other coaches, they would know how to deal with adversity if you're this leader that you present yourself as. And so I guess my underlying point is NFL slash most people in the public eye, as far as athletes, celebrities, they're very, 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 very mentally weak. And I saw the mental weakness of the NFL players when Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field and had cardiac arrest. And there's going to be people that think I'm disgusting or whatever because he had a medical condition and he almost died. And when I worked at the middle school, these women, it was several months after what happened to Damar Hamlin happened, and they brought it up, and they were thinking that I was going to defend the NFL and NFL players, and I went the opposite. I thought it was incredibly mentally weak for the NFL to shut down because of what happened to Damar Hamlin. Because the reason it shut down because of all the players' mental weakness. Because when he went down, what happened was they all, for the first time in their lives, contemplated their own death and that could happen to them. Because it happened to me when I was 28 years old. I contemplated my own death for the very first time. Had no concept that I could die until I was 28. And the world didn't shut down for me. I had to go into work. No one felt bad for me. Life went on for everyone, including me. But I thought that's mentally weak if the whole world has to shut down for you because you contemplated your death for the first time. How was that mental toughness? Mental toughness is pushing forward, not crawling into a rock and crying or feeling sorry for yourself or bad for yourself or whatever they did in that time. And Shannon Sharp not coming on first things first because Skip Bayless sent a tweet out, and I don't think that had that much to do with the tweet. I think he was showing him his power on the show, and because they were having issues then. So I don't think it really had much to do with Damar Hamlin. I think he was full of crap, and it was just a nice, easy excuse for him to flex a little. So people are shocked that what's happening to Deion and Colorado when if you build a program with mental weakness, which is how he built it, when you have rappers everywhere and it's like this flash in the pan, of course it's going to be weak. because something strong generally doesn't pop up overnight. Like when you have a relationship and it's boom, love, 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 and so hot, so fast. Generally, they don't last. You need a good structure, a good foundation. And with the way young men are raised, how can you possibly have mental toughness when your foundation is so eroded? And that has changed how I've thought about the NFL and what happened to Damar Hamlin and how they reacted. I just saw, like, they might be physically tough, but mentally they are as fragile as tissue paper. And Deion's the same. He can't let anything hurt his pride, and that's another mental weakness. If somebody makes fun of you or says something and hurts your pride, that you have to react. That's a mental weakness. Because that means you truly care what they think badly. And they have a lot of power over you. So, NFL players, there's a reason why certain ones, aka Tom Brady, could win so much. Because he was mentally tough. He didn't allow what others think of him, and I think Jalen Hurts is kind of in that same boat. It's like, I don't care what you think of me. Because Jason talked about Deion yesterday. And I don't like how he talks about God all the time being so flashy and obviously into his worldly possessions. Because you can have all the money in the world, but not be beholden to them. Where I believe Deion is beholden to them. And when he talks about his faith all the time, how can you possibly have all these rappers and people that are obviously not in line with God whatsoever, but you want them close to you and these young men that you're trying to teach about faith? How can you possibly do that and have that around? They're opposites. So NFL players get tougher. Maybe actually walk with God, and you can really have some mental toughness because you know He's there. He's got your back. It's easy to be tough when you have God in your corner. When you don't, it's hard.